Yes. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, man. It's a great day to have a beautiful day. Happy Monday to each and every one of you guys, man. It's the start of a brand new week, a start of a brand new week, man. Like, that's just it. Listen, and we are now, like, I want to say this is what, the 16th? This is 16th, right? Let me see. Now I'm curious. It's like the 16th. It is, yeah, that's right. June 16th. We are officially halfway through, right? Halfway through the middle of the year. Like this the last month for the second quarter. And here we are, like only less than like 2 weeks away. 2 weeks away, man. This is a perfect time for those of you who have not already, if you have not already pulled out your vision boards, your progression boards. If you didn't make yours, I don't know why you didn't make it, but we definitely had the class to pull out that board, to look back over that board, right? To see what things have you gotten accomplished, what things have you taken care of, what things you need to tighten up on, right? This is a great time right now, right? Right here to make sure that once we get off a morning walk in worship, that you actually go to your board and see exactly where you are and versus where you feel like you need to be. Because only you, right? Thank you so much, Patience. Only you are going to know where you actually need to be, because only you are with you every single day, right? Only you are with you every single day. Only you know when you're procrastinating, when you're being lazy, when you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Only you really know that, right? So you have to pull out your vision boards, your progression boards, pull those boards out right now this afternoon so you can go on there and see, hey, look, from the start of the year, from the start of 2025 until the middle of the year, which is right now in June, which one of these things have I gotten accomplished? Which one of these things am I actually better at now? Which one of these things that I can relax on this and put more focus in that? It is time for that assessment, right? It is time to make that assessment so that you can start making the adjustments that you need to make for the second part of this year. That is the homework assignment for each and every one of you guys who are on here, who was a part of the vision board thing that we did, the vision board class that we did at the beginning of the year. It's time to pull your vision board out, right? Pull that board out and go ahead and start checking in to see, hey, look, am I on task? Am I moving at the right pace? Am I getting things done? Am I being productive? Or have I forgotten? Let me be real. Some people are like, man, Coach, I ain't gonna even lie to you. I ain't pulled my vision board out since we did the class. I ain't looked at that thing since we did the class. Life been lifing. Things got turned upside down. My life was over here. Life was over there. So, yeah, I know that's what we supposed to be doing. But for some reason, I have not yet tapped into that. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to be real. I want you to be honest, but I also want you to get to work, right? I want you to be real. I want you to be honest, but I also want you to get to work. Thank you so much, Danielle. Danielle, I appreciate you so much over there. Y'all double tap on my screen. Let's get some love going. Let's go ahead and start reaching our goals. We tapped in a little bit early this morning because y'all know since the beginning of June, right? My June goal was to make sure that we start up on time, getting out on time, that I get back, you know what I'm saying, with my creativity, get these juices flowing again, get back into the flow of things, you know what I'm saying? Just understanding that life is going to life. Right? Life is going to life. Things are going to happen and we're going to have to bob and weave. We got to roll with the punches, you know what I'm saying? And continue to be productive, right? Continue to do exactly what we're supposed to be doing. And, you know, just praise report. I know you guys know that I said it yesterday on Faith and Fitness that my goal, when I lost my sister, I was already on my way. I was on my way. I was like right at like six something, close to 7 million in my views over on Facebook. And the whole time I was like, oh man, I'm all excited. I'm all hyped up. I'm like, man, I'm about to get to 8 million. I'm about to get my 8 million views, right? So I'm super excited about it. And then I lost my sister. And then when I lost my sister, I lost my creativity. I did not feel like creating. I was doing just enough to be able to get by, just to make sure that I had the reels, had the posts, but it wasn't any real into it because I was so hurt myself, right? You know, so June came and I said, I'm getting back into this flow, man. I'm getting back into this flow. I'm getting this. Yeah, I got to get back. I got to start living again. I got to create. I got to do this. And here we are. It's the 16th of June. Before my sister passed, I was about to reach my goal, right? I was on my way to my goal, which was the 8 million. This morning I woke up and I'm at 8.1 million. Not only did I reach the 8 million, I went over 0.1. Man, so to God be the glory. And I say that and I share that with you guys because I want you, come on, put some praise in the chat. Put some praise in the chat real quick. And I say that to say that whatever it is that you put your mind to, right? Whatever it is that you put your mind to, whatever it is that you're focusing on in your life, whatever it is that you want for you, you have the ability to have that. You have the ability to draw that to you. You have the ability to get that thing accomplished, but you have to want it, right? You have to want it. You have to make sure that you get up and you go after it every single day. June came, right? This is just a praise report, right? Hey, let's go. 11 months clean. Come on, Candace. That's what I'm talking about. I know she 10. I wish I was in the D with you right now because I already know the type of day that you about to have. Congratulations. Huge, huge, huge. Congratulations. Another praise report about what you can do when you really lock in and get focused in your life, right? You know, that's what it's about. That's what it's about. So when we saying, hey, look, whatever it is that you put your mind to, whatever it is that you work towards, whatever you eat, sleep, and breathe, that thing is going to manifest itself in your life right then, right there. And this was something that getting up, I changed the times when we doing prayer call, changed the time when we was doing devotion, you know what I'm saying, and cut it back so we were on time for everything, been in morning walk and worship, on time, starting on time, getting in here, getting the word done. Like, it's just been a process, right? So it's just simply about aligning yourself, man. Listen, this is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. And if it's not beautiful for you, I want you to know you have the ability to make it that way. If your day didn't start off with a praise report, if your day didn't start off and you was happy, joy, the real power, right? Listen to what I'm about to say to you. The real power is knowing that you can change the flow of your day. If you don't like how your morning started off, if you don't like what's been going on, if you feel a certain type of way about anything, then you have the power and the ability to say, you know what, I am going to shift the direction of my day. I refuse to have a bad day. I refuse to be upset. I refuse to be sad, mad, or depressed. Understand me? I refuse to do that. And you have that type of power, right? A lot of times we don't have the day that we deserve because we start to feel powerless and we start to feel like, oh, it's going to be what it's going to be. No, true indeed, right? True indeed. Life going to be what life is going to be. How you respond to it is going to determine the flow of your day. Hey, that's gems right there. Yeah, life is going to be what life is going to be. There's absolutely nothing that you can do about it. Nothing that you can do about it. That's why I tell y'all what, step back and let it fall apart. Hello, period, point blank. Understand me. And some folk don't get it. They're like, oh my God, why would you tell that to people? Because why would I tell them to stay in the way? If I see something that's falling apart and it has the potential to fall over there on you, which will cause damage to you, understand me. Why in the world would I tell you to stand in the way of something that is falling, something that's already falling apart? No, you have to get out of the way. Stop trying to hold it together. Stop trying to make it fit. Stop trying to do this and do that. No, if it's not, understand me, if it's not in the proper position, if it's not giving what it's supposed to give, if they can't pick up what you're putting down, if it's not a flow, if it's not reciprocal, if it's not beneficial to your growth and development, if it's not in alignment with your higher self, then I'm kissing it goodbye. Hello, that's it. I'm out of there. Two fingers swinging expeditiously. I don't have it in me. You know, sometimes after you've done life for a while, you know, some people gonna get this and some won't. But sometimes like you after you've done life for a while, that's for the people that's been really been through something. You have to really have had some type of experiences to understand what it is that I'm about to say to y'all, right? Some people that's gonna go over your head, but those that's gonna get it. You have to really been through some hell in your life. I'm talking about then slid down more than your shares of walls, then sat out there and cried from your car to your shower. And and really when you then made your way even to the bathroom at your job, right? And you didn't have to let them tears flow in the bathroom of your job. And you in there doing this here, trying to, come on, like, thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate you. You in there trying to, get back right before you go back out there on the floor. I'm talking to us. Right? I'm talking to us. I'm talking about people who really been in the trenches, who didn't have to sit up there in your kid's face and smile and say that it's going to be okay. And in the back of your mind, you had no idea about how it was going to be okay, right? But your job as a parent was to comfort them and to tell them that it was going to be okay. But baby, they didn't even know. All you had was a heart full of hope. Okay, well, I'm talking to us when I say this. We've already gone through so much in life, endured so much in life, put up with so much in life that our patience is like, ooh, there you go. Thank you so much, Benny Simpson, baby. Right here, baby. Hello, right here. And I ain't even playing with you. I'm trying to, this is how much tolerance that we actually got left. Thank you so much, Ra. This is how much tolerance we got left for foolishness. Who gonna tell the truth? Who gonna tell the truth? Thank you, Romeo. Baby, I ain't even got it in me to play with you. Hello, I really and truly don't. After you done seen life like how I done seen life and experience some of the stuff that I didn't experience, I don't have it in me. Do you hear me, Gigi? I don't have it in me to play with you. I need for you to know that I don't have it in me to play with you. So when I tell you that it ain't safe to play with me, to go play where it's safe, I really and truly mean that. Baby, you will be talking to me today and not talking to me tomorrow. I will get smooth up out your face, smooth up out your way. Understand me, I have mastered the art of what? Detachment. Two things I know how to do: get out your face and out your way. And when I get out your way, I want you to understand that there's no return on that debt. When I leave and I stay gone because I know the reason of why I left. Do you hear me? When I leave and I have no intentions on returning because I am very much knowledgeable of why I left. I know why I left you. I know why I cut ties from you. I know why I went my own way. Understand me? So you can't finesse me, sweetheart. You can't project on me, sweetheart. You can't gaslight me, sweetheart. You can't guilt trip me, sweetheart. You can't make me feel bad. Come on now. You can't make me feel bad because I walked away. You can't make me feel bad because I detached myself. You can't make me feel bad because I got you blocked. You can't make me feel bad. Why? Because I know that you gave me the reason. Understand me? Come on, Danielle. Appreciate you. Good morning, Takesha. How you doing, sweetheart? I know that you gave me the reason. I know the reason why I'm not talking to you, not dealing with you in no type of capacity is you. Understand me? The only way that the enemy will manipulate you into rekindling relationships and going back and reconnecting with different folk who have wronged you, who have hurt you, who have put you in difficult situations, the only way that he's able to deceive you into going back into those situations is through what? Deception, right? It's all through deception. What type of deception do he be using, Coach? Emotional. That what he be doing. That's what it be doing, using that emotional manipulation. Baby, you cannot emotionally manipulate me. Understand me? And I'm saying that for a reason on today, because as we're going into, right, I'm gonna get into my message, but I want to stay right here for a second, because I got so many different people. When you're looking back over your, thank you so much, Krista. Thank you so much, Sarita Clark. I appreciate you so much for the CA, man. Thank y'all so much. Double tap on my screen. We got 3 badges. We need to get 7 more badges on IG. Y'all double tap on the screen. Y'all at 14K. Come on, TikTok. That's what I'm talking about. Hit that share button as well as you guys are coming into the room. Let me go ahead and break this down for you real quick. We're going into the second part of this year, right? Wrapping up the second quarter right now, about to go into the third quarter of this year. When you pull out your vision boards or your progression boards, when you look back through your journals, when you're thumbing back through your journals after you get off this live today, right? When you going back into your planners and you start to see the way that you had set your days up for the beginning of the year, and how productive you was, how you was supposed to be doing this, and this. When you start lining those things up and you start seeing what is not going to make it into the second part of your year, I'm giving you this information so that you don't feel bad. I'm giving you this information so that you know this. Yeah, I know that I'm doing the right thing because we spoke about this already. Hello, somebody. There's going to be some folk that you love. They're not going to make it to the second part of the year with you. Why? Because as you're going back through those journals and flipping back through those planners, you're going to be picking up on on your distractions. Understand me. Thank you so much, Purple Flowers. I appreciate you, sweetheart. Thank you so much. Let me see, what's that name? Last is Williams Philly. Appreciate you so much. Oh yeah, you're gonna thumb back through and you're gonna start to pick up your distractions, things that distract you, things that keep you off course, people and things and situations that really dominate your life. Oh, like, wait a minute, you had to say that. Yeah, you don't even realize how we let people outside of ourselves dominate our life. Friends say, wow, think about it. You like, yeah, you be the main one to say, oh, I don't let nobody control me. I don't let nobody do this and that or whatever. And then you take that pause real quick in your life and you start looking over your life real quick. And then you start to see where, wait a minute, I be saying that, but what I say and what I do is something totally different, because I'm noticing that I had this whole thing mapped out of how I was going to do this, this, and this. And then now I'm noticing that none of this got done. And the reason why it didn't get done, because this had happened, then that had happened, then that had happened. And what did Coach tell you 2 weeks ago? Still in this same series, but 2 weeks ago, what did I tell you? I said the enemy operates by what? Small things. It'll be small things. It's never going to be something huge. It's always going to be small things. He's going to leave bits and pieces here, there. Oh, it's only going to take 5 minutes. Oh, it's only going to take 3 minutes. Oh, it's only going to take this. It's only going to take that. And then by the time you get finished doing that 5 minutes, then that 5 minutes, then that 5 minutes, you already did wasted over an hour or 2 hours of your day. Now you don't have time to do any of the things that you were supposed to be doing because you've been so distracted. You've been so off course, right, with what it is that you're supposed to be doing. So when you're going back and you're pulling out your journals, right, and you're looking at the things that you supposed to have got accomplished in this first part of the year, you have to take all of those things into consideration. Why did I not get this thing done? What was my hold up? What was I out here doing that I wasn't able to accomplish this right here thing in January, this right here in February, this right here in March? We almost in 2026, and you mean to tell me I'm dragging all of these things along yet another year? That's going to be a question that you're going to be asking yourself. But watch, this is what a plot twist. But then also you're going to have to ask yourself, is this right here? Hey, wait a minute. If I made it to the middle of the year without that, is this really something that I need to be doing, or is this just something that I want to do? Is this something that I really need to be doing? Because if I made it this long without it, is it something that I really need to be doing, or is this something that I just put on this paper, right? This is why the assessment is so important. See, sometimes, we got to talk about both sides of it now. I can't play with y'all, right? So sometimes when I say that, because at the beginning of each year, we just start throwing things out there. Oh yeah, this, and oh yeah, this, and oh yeah, that, right? We just start creating things for no reason at all, right? So then by the middle of the year, end of the year, you're looking like, well, I did better off without that. Right? Sometimes, yeah. So this is why I say to you guys, you have to also be careful about the stuff that you're putting up there. But you have to also make sure that when you're separating yourself from these things and these people that's no longer servicing your higher self, that you don't allow emotional manipulation. Thank you so much, Stephanie Carby. I appreciate you so much, love, for that, CA. That you don't allow people to emotionally manipulate you, to toy with your emotions, to make you feel sad, mad, or guilty for walking away from them. Sad, mad, or guilty, right? For saying that, yeah, you are a distraction in my life and I really need to get focused in what it is that I'm doing. And as long as I'm talking to you, I'm hanging out with you, I'm running around town with you, then I'm noticing that I'm completely off course. I'm always available to come kick it with you, to come hang out with you, to go shopping with you, to do all of these things with you. I'm always available. But when it's time for me to do the things that I need to do for me, when I want to be in prayer, when I want to go to an empowerment conference, if I want to do something that's going to build me up mentally, spiritually, emotionally, I notice that you know where to be found. So I can go party with you, I can go kick it with you, I can go shopping with you, I can do brunches with you, and it's absolutely no problem. But then when it's time for that support to come over on the other side, and I ask you to be a part of my world and what I'm doing, then I'm noticing that it's always an excuse, right? It's always an excuse. It's always a reason. It's always always something as to why. At that moment, you realize that relationship is not reciprocal, right? You want me around for everything it is that you're doing, but then when it's time for you to show up for me, then I don't see you. We cannot drag those relationships into the third quarter of this year. They have ran its course. I just want you to put it in the chat. What is ran its course? It's ran its course. Like Kim said, facts, baby. It's ran its course. It's ran its course, right? There's a lot of people in our life who, yeah, you've ran your course. We've gone as far as we can go, baby. Yeah, put it in the chat. I see you, Chef Shirley. Come on, double tap. Oh, Victoria, good morning. That's right. Oh, it's then ran its course. It's then ran its course. It's a lot of relationships, but not just relationships, friendships, family ships, job ships, church ships, whatever ship, baby. Some of y'all, the reason why it's hurting you the way that it's hurting you, the reason why it's frustrating you the way that it's frustrating you is because, baby, it's ran its course. Understand me. It has showed you every which side, every which way, every side that it has, everything that it has is already exposed to you. It has ran its course, and it's time for you to unplug from it. It's time for you to walk away from it. It's time for you to detach yourself from it. Understand me. It's time for you to go into that stage of your life where you're preparing to transform, right? To transform, to move forward. Understand? That's what you got to do. And that tug that you feel, that uncomfortable feeling that you feel, that I can't, it's just, whenever that feeling that you feel, that's nothing but your body making you aware of the fact that it's time to make a change. What you say, Coach, that's red ink right there. That's worth some ink right there. Baby, the moment that your body makes you feel that way, that uncomfortable feeling that you be feeling, that eerie feeling that you be feeling, how you almost feel like, I just want to say I don't want to do it, and all of this, I just don't feel it like that. Understand me. That's nothing but your body, right? Your body is giving you the telltale sign of it's time to move forward. It's time to let it go. It's time to go do your own thing, baby. It's that ran its course. And this is the reason why I tell y'all all the time, it's super duper important for you to learn how to trust your body. It's important for you to learn how to trust your body. And we learned that when we talked last week about, the intuition, right? Being intuitive, that gut feeling, right? That gut feeling, that feeling that you get all over your body. And one of the things that I told you was, it says in spirituality, a gut feeling or intuition is often viewed as a connection to a higher power or divine guidance, right? So this is why it's so important for you to learn how to trust yourself and trust your gut. So as we're moving into the third quarter of this year, preparing ourselves to move into the third quarter of the year, when you're going back and you're making these assessments, right, over here, over your life. Thank you so much, Kira. I appreciate that, CA, sweetheart. So listen to what I'm saying. As you're going, but preparing yourself to go into this third quarter of this year, I need for you to understand that you trusting yourself is going to play a huge factor in how you transition, right? You trusting yourself, your intuition, your gut feeling is going to play a huge factor in how you transition. Hear me when I say this. You can't afford to walk into 26 the same way that you walked into 25. You can't afford that. You deserve so much more than that. You do. From my heart to your heart, good morning, Lynn. You deserve so much more than that. You deserve to walk into 2026 brand new. You deserve to exit out of 2025 and walk into 2026 with confidence, with peace, with joy, right? With a clear understanding of who you are and some type of direction, some type of flow of your life. You deserve that. I don't care what lie the enemy done told you. I don't care how many times people done tried to, get into your ear and make you seem like, oh, that's not this and that. No. You are that girl. Like, yeah, let me tell you that. You are that girl. You are that guy. You deserve that. And any relationship, any friendship, any familyship, anybody in your life that don't see you as that girl, see you as that guy, it's time to separate yourself from them. Period, point blank. If you don't see my worth, if you don't see my value, then you don't deserve me. That's it. That's all. All that is God's way of showing me that you ain't my tribe. Understand me. Thank you, Queen Fire. I appreciate that, CA. That's just God's way of showing me that you are not my tribe. And why am I going to feel mad? Am I going to feel sad, guilty, or anything by walking away from anything or anybody that did not see me as valuable? If you don't see me as valuable, if you don't see me as worthy, if you don't see me as a prize, if you don't see me as a person that is adding to your life, then my absence should not bother you at all. Me getting up out your face, up out your way, it shouldn't bother you at all. If I don't contribute nothing to your life, no joy, no peace, if I don't bring no love, if I don't bring no safetyness, if I don't bring nothing to your life, then me getting up out your life, it shouldn't bother you. Okay, I'm talking emotional manipulation. Then me getting up out your life shouldn't bother you, right? Me getting up out of your life, it shouldn't bother you. If I don't add nothing to your life, if I don't contribute nothing to your life, then me separating myself, distancing myself, getting up out of there, it ain't gonna bother you at all. The thing about it is these people know exactly what it is that you bring to their life. Understand me, they know this already. They're hoping and praying that you don't know. Hello, somebody, would you say, Coach? These people know that you are great. They know that you're valuable. They know that you're worthy. They know that you're dependable. They know the good person that you are. They know how your heart is set up. They know that you're giving. They know, trust me when I tell you, they know that you are the type of person that'll give somebody the shirt off your back, that if you got a plate and you only got one plate, then you would give somebody half of that plate, if not the whole thing. You would say, well, you know what? I'm used to water fasting. I'm used to liquid fasting. You take the food, I'll take the drink. That's the type of individual that you are. You're loving, you're kind, you're forgiving. Understand me, you're soft, you're gentle. They know all of this about you. But what I'm telling you this morning is when you are that type of person, your boundaries got to be super strong. Your boundaries gotta be super, super strong. Understand me, as we transition over into this third quarter, as we prepare ourselves to transition over into this third quarter of 2025, it's gonna require you to have boundaries like you've never had before. Do you understand me? It's going to require you to have boundaries like you've never had before. You're gonna have, yeah, I'm telling you, and again, what I tell y'all all the time, they got to be fair and you got to be consistent. Fair and consistent. Put it inside the chat. Fair and consistent. You have to have, when you are a good-hearted person, people know exactly who you are. When you are kind, when you are gentle, when you are giving, understand me, when you are understanding, they know exactly who you are. What they're praying and hoping is that you don't know who you are. Because as long as you don't know who you are, then they're able to take advantage of you. Understand me? They're able to use you. They're able to take advantage. They're able to use, they're able to abuse, and of your good heart, of your goodness, the person that you are. So you have to have extremely strong boundaries as we're transitioning over into this third quarter of the year. You're going to have these boundaries, and they're going to have to be fair and consistent. Well, what do you mean? These boundaries cannot show any ounce, any inkling of favoritism. They got to be fair. Some people say, well, Coach, life ain't fair. Your boundaries got to be, though. Life might not be fair, but your boundaries got to be. Yeah, they got to be fair and they got to be consistent. When you say you're not tolerating no BS, you really got to mean that. And that means no BS from nobody. Do you hear me? When you say that ain't nobody going to be out here talking to me no any old kind of way, you have to make sure that you hold everybody accountable for that. When you say, I'm watching everything that you say, everything that you do, include the jokes that you make, understand me, you have to hold everybody accountable for that. I don't want to be the butt of your joke. Understand me. Find somebody else to joke on. Find somebody else to play with. I don't like playing like that. I don't like nobody. I don't like that. You have to start putting your foot down in areas of your life that you may have never put your foot down before, because it's going to require you to be fair and consistent, right? Why do you have to be fair? Because when you're operating and you're operating in a level that is fair, you're operating in a level where there's also clear. Hello? What'd you say? Baby, when I'm fair, I'm also clear. it's clear. When it's fair, when I got fair, when they are fair, all the way across the board. Oh yeah, that's when they also clear too. That means it's the same thing for everybody. So there's no misunderstanding. Understand me? Friends say clock it, ain't got to. I'm just ain't got to. Yeah, that means that it's consistent. That means it's fair and it's clear of me. That means that it's clear. Everybody know this. Everybody know this about me. And see, you will know that so much that you will even start saying it to yourself, right? You'll start saying it out your own mouth. When people start saying something to you, good morning, Lisa Brown, how you doing? When people start saying something to you, you'll come out your mouth because you know that you are fair and you're consistent. When you know that this is who you are and you are that person all the time, hello, you'll look at people and you'll say, baby, no, because y'all already know I don't play like that. Who done did that? Who didn't let that come out of their mouth? That's how you know you operating with the right type of boundary. Nah, because y'all already know I don't play like that. Y'all already know. Yeah, ain't nobody told you that because everybody know that ain't even how I talk. Understand me? When you know who you are, that's your response. Am I right? Am I right? Is that not you? Look, I see the hands in the chat. Oh yeah, you already know. You don't even let people play with you. When you know that you don't talk like that, when you know that you don't treat people like that, when you know you don't show up like that, when you know you're very intentional about yourself and everything, folk be over there chatting and they be da-da-da-da-da-da, and you don't even argue with them. Hello, I'm just being real. You don't even argue with them. You don't even go back and forth with them. You don't even say nothing to them. You know what I'm saying? You don't even say nothing to them in the conversation that they having. Folk be looking at you and they be like, wait a minute, because I don't act like that. I don't act like that. Everybody know that that's not me. And the people that believe that that is me is people that was already looking for something to be wrong with me anyway. And what I look like arguing with somebody or having a conversation with somebody, going back and forth with somebody who's already looking for a fault within me. They're looking for a reason to dislike me. They're looking for a reason to be upset with me. And if I get to chatting back and forth with them, then I'm going to give them the reason, right? I'm going to give them a reason. So before I go over there and lower my standards, I'll sit right here and protect my peace. Let folk think what they want to think, feel what they want to feel. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm going into quarter three and my mentality is going to be that ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not letting nothing that ain't got nothing to do with me have nothing to do with me. And yeah, I'm trying to tell you, as we're preparing to transition over into this quarter, I need for you to know that. That's for the people right now that's like, well, you know, you ain't got to clear up your name. You ain't got to make it make sense to folk. Understand me. Let folk think whatever it is that they want to think. One thing I deal in, and that's clarity. You have to be clear when you're dealing with somebody like me. Understand me. I don't like the shades of gray. I'm not going to try to make 1 and 1 equal 2. I'm not trying to put the puzzle pieces together. I'm not trying to make it make sense. I'm not about to try to run after you to try to figure out what your problem is, why you feel how you feel. If we are not mature enough to have a conversation and you to express what it is that you feel, what it is that you think, what is going on in your life, then guess what? You will never hear from me again. That's not the person that I am. Hey. I like grown adults that communicate. I like folk that's able to speak up and say what the issue is so that we can see if there can be, you know what I'm saying, some level of understanding and we can move on, because it may be fixed with a conversation. Yeah, some level of understanding so that we can move forward. But baby, if you sit, yeah, I will not. Your face can be balled up this tight. I'm trying. She said, you talking to me today. I'm trying to tell you, friend, your face can be balled up this tight. Yeah, I'm just saying that we about to go into quarter three, and what we not doing is we not playing charades with folks. Hello, we not about to play charades with you. We not about to try to guess the problem. We not trying to guess and figure it out. We're not going to let you emotionally manipulate us. We're not going to let you guilt trip us. We're not going to let you finesse. We're not going to let you bamboozle. We're not going to let you deceive us into thinking that we don't deserve more out of life. Understand me. We're in a place right now where we understand that we deserve this. This is not just something that we want. We deserve this. We deserve a good life, a healthy life with healthy connections, right? And us asking for this, you know what I'm saying? Asking for this, aligning our life for this right here. Baby, when we're doing that right there, we're doing that because we know that that's what we deserve. We were not put here to survive, but to thrive. And a lot of us who've been working on ourselves and have been working on ourselves for a while now, we completely understand that. You should have caught us when we didn't know any better. We know too much now, baby. Yeah, I know too much now. You should have got me a long time. Should have got me before now, baby, because yeah, I know too much. You know what I mean? Where you at in the chat? Where you at in the chat? Friends say, come on now, Candace. I'm just, hey, look, should have caught me when I ain't know no better. Hey, my girl's celebrating right now. Candace Bad, she is celebrating, you know what I'm saying, 11 months of sobriety, right? 11 months of sobriety is what she's celebrating right now today. Y'all double tap on my screen real quick. Double tap on my screen, right? Anybody that have ever battled with the addiction before, y'all already know that that's a hard battle. That's a struggle, right? That's a spirit. That's something that you really have to work very, very hard to get off, right? Candace, I guarantee you, it's some folks in your life right now, they prefer you sober. They prefer you to have an intoxicated mind. They prefer you to be on those different, have that different addiction. They prefer you that way, right? They want you to be outside of your mind. They don't want you to think clearly, because if you outside of your mind and you're not able to think clearly, then they're able to tell you whatever they want to tell you about yourself, sis. They're able to make you the bad guy in every situation. They're able to blame you for everything that's then went on, make it seem like everything that go on is your fault because you are blinded by the addiction. The addiction have what? It has the stronghold on you, right? Anytime that you're consuming these things, it takes you out of character. It makes you become something that you're normally not, right? It makes you become something that's different. And now that you're operating with a sober mind, now, hey, I'm just giving it to you, baby. Now you're operating with a sober mind. It feels good to deal in clarity. Come on, let's be real about it. It feels good to deal in clarity. It feels good to make sure that folk know, oh, no. I know who I am. I know what I said. I know what I done. I know how I showed up. And it's gonna be some folks, baby. I know they ain't gonna like you. They ain't gonna like you at all right now. Why? Because see, now you're in your right mind. Now you're in your right mind. So you're able to see, slam through them. And they ain't gonna be able to stomach that. Because when you've been on that for so long, doing that for so long, that's all you that they know. That's the only you that they know. Now they got to deal with this new you. And this new you ain't that. You know what I'm saying? This new you ain't that. Congratulations on this new you. Congratulations on this new you. Oh yeah, this new you ain't going for none of that. You know what I'm saying? This new you ain't going for none of that. When I'm out my mind and I don't know what's going on in my life. Yeah, when I'm out my mind and I don't know what's going on in my life, you able to rob me blind. Hello, there. You able to rob me blind. Rob me of my joy. Rob me of my peace. Rob me of my mental and emotional health. Understand me. Have me over there thinking that I'm not worthy, that I'm not good enough. Understand me. I'm out, you out your mind. And when you get to that, yes, when you start growing and evolving, now you're going to learn your worth, right? And even some of those folks that you used to kick it with, watch how you lose taste for them. Like, man, listen, when I was that person, but I'm not that person no more. I didn't start growing and evolving. I see life so different. And there's going to be some people, right? They want you only in that drunken state. In that high state, in that out your mind state, in that low self-esteem state, in that broken confidence state, in that unaware state, in that state where you don't know if you coming or going. Some people want you to stay right there where you are, because as long as you're right there, then they are able to control you. They are able to manipulate you. Not just, understand, mentally, but emotionally and spiritually as well. They will drain the very life out of you. And they'll be lying all at the same time. Because if you was out your mind, you don't know what you said. If you out your mind, you don't know what you did. If you out your mind, you don't know what really happened. So what you gotta do? You have to accept their word as truth. And the most hurtfulest thing, I'm just talking to my people right now, those of you that saying, Coach, I'm trying, right? Candace didn't broke the cycle, but we got other people that's out here that's like, Coach, I'm trying. I'm getting up every single day and I'm fighting the urge. I'm getting up every single day and I'm putting that foot in front of the other and I'm locking in and I'm telling you, I'm doing my best, and I want you to hear me, Coach, when I say this. Keep doing your best. That's the only thing that we want you to do. We're going to keep praying for you, fasting for you, standing in the gap for you. Understand me, every single day. Breaking addiction is very, very hard. We know that. But when life get hard, baby, you got to do it hard. Wherever that addiction is. We don't care what it is, whether it's drinking, whether it's smoking, whatever it is, no matter how bad that you think that it is. We want you to know that there's still love here for you. There's still family here for you. There's still forgiveness for you. There's still cleansing for you. Understand me, you don't lose value because of what you've gone through. No. You're still valuable to us. Come on, yeah, come on, we receive you over here. We receive you over here. We receive you over here. You still valuable, sis. Bro, you still valuable. Hear me. Yeah, we welcome you with open arms. Yeah, come on. We welcome you with open arms. Come on over here. Come on over here. Yeah, this is what we do. We welcome you. We ain't got nothing but love for you. We ain't got nothing but love for you. The same love and the same grace that we wanted when we was over there struggling in our life, when we was down bad in our life, when we needed God to come and cleanse us, to be there for us. Oh yeah, we got the same grace that we needed, we got it to give now. Understand me, the same grace that we needed when we was out there doing what you was doing. Understand me, and some of us did a little bit more, right? When we was out there doing what you was doing. Baby, yeah, that same grace that we needed, that same forgiveness that we needed, that same support that we needed when we was out there, we got that same grace over here. Now we got an overflow and we able to give it to you so you can come over here with us and you can partake with us every single day. If you need that motivation, that inspiration, that extra push, if you need them sisters and brothers in Christ that don't mind embracing you and loving on you and holding you accountable, come on over here. Come on. That's almost like a little altar call. Come on. You know, let me tell you why. Because everybody needs the right people. I don't like to say everybody needs somebody. Dismantle that. Throw that out. We don't say everybody needs somebody. We say everybody needs the right people. Yeah, we don't say everybody needs somebody over here. Not in my chosen family. We say everybody need the right people. I don't need no anybody in my life. I need the right type of folks in my life. I don't need just no somebody. I need the right type of folks in my life. Everybody need the right type of folks in their life. That's what they need. You know what I'm saying? That's what we say over here. Everybody need the right type of somebody. I don't need just anybody. I don't need no void filler. I don't need nobody just taking up space. I don't just need a warm body. I need the right type of somebody. That's what everybody need, the right somebody in their life. And we are offering that right now to each and every one of you guys that's on this live, that's struggling in life. We just want to tell you this morning that you still have value, that you still have worth. And every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground and you have the air flowing through your body, breath in your body, activities of your limbs, and you're clothed in your right mind, not only do we, your sisters and brothers in Christ, see you as worthy, God sees you as worthy as well, because he's waking you up, because you still have a job to fulfill. You still got purpose and you don't even know what it is just yet. Understand me, not only do we, your sisters and brothers in Christ, love you and support you and here to stand right here with you, to pray with you, to fast with you, but God also sees you and he loves you as well. And the reason why he's waking you up every single day and doing what he's doing is because he's saying, hey, you got another day. Baby, this your do-over day. This your do-over day. This your do-over day. Sisters and brothers, listen to what I'm saying. As we transition into quarter 3, let's make it our mission. Let's make it our goal to do it in a sober mind. I don't know why we on this heavy this morning. Let's make it our mission to do it in a sober mind. Let's make sure that we make it our mission to do it with clear thoughts, intentional thoughts, purposeful thoughts, right? Let's make that our thing for quarter 3, to operate in clarity, right? To operate in clearness so that we can fully understand exactly what it is that God is doing in our life, how he's moving in our life. If we're not sober in our thinking, then what happens is, right, if we're not sober in our thinking, then that means that we're making ourselves vulnerable for the enemy, right? When we're not sober in our thinking, we become vulnerable for the enemy. We start giving place to the enemy, right? Because we don't know what's going on in that moment. So we allow him. It's just like every time that you put yourself in that position where you become intoxicated or inebriated in any type of way, it's almost like you're opening the door and saying, come on in, every single time, because now you're allowing those spirits to take over. Third quarter. sober mind. All grit, all grind, all passion. Passionately pursuing our purpose. Quarter 3, sober mind. All grit, all grind, all passion. Passionately pursuing our purpose. Let's make it our goal to walk out of 2025 brand new. Let's make it our goal. Let's make it the goal of every brand new. Stepping different, speaking different, living different. You owe that to yourself, why not? Why not? Right? Friends say receive that. All right. Double tap on the screen real quick. We went out there, y'all, and we just you know that as we're continuing to go and grow in life, right? One thing about our spirit of discernment is there, right? Our spirit of discernment is always there, and what it does is it influences us to do the right thing and correct us when we're doing the wrong. Your spirit of, she said, girl, you all in my car. I love you. I'm proud of you. Listen to what I'm saying. Your spirit of discernment is always going to influence you to do the right thing and correct you when you're doing the wrong. Your spirit of discernment is always going to what? Influence you to do the right thing and correct you when you're doing the wrong, right? So in any area of your life when you start to feel tempted by anything, right? Especially when you know that it's outside of the will, then you know that that temptation is not coming from God. Your spirit of discernment is designed to influence you to do the right thing and correct you when you're doing the wrong. So any temptation that you experience, this Worth Inc. So any temptation that you experience, you now understand, right? Maybe you didn't understand it in the beginning, but you're understanding it right now. So any temptation that you feel, right, to do the wrong thing, then you know that that temptation is not from God. Your spirit of discernment is designed to do what? Influence you to do the right thing, and it corrects you when you're doing the wrong. So anytime, right, that you're tempted to do the wrong thing, no matter what that wrong thing is, then you know that that temptation is not coming from God. See, if that was not broke down that way and you didn't understand it that way, then you would say that God is testing me. Doris Shaw, thank you so much for that, CA. Then you would say that God is testing me. God is trying me. He's doing this and he's doing that. And I'm here to dismantle that thinking as well, right? I'm just breaking down some things, and then we're going to get into some things. That's not of God. I want you to understand that God is not a tempter. He's not going to tempt you. He's not going to put you in uncomfortable situations. He's not going to put you in a place where you're tested or you're tried by certain things. That's not what he does. Anytime that you're being tempted, the moment, you didn't know this before, but you know it now. So if you are in a position of in your life and you feel tempted by that situation, then it's time for you to move away from that situation. Yeah, your body, when you start to feel like, oh man, that right there, that's when it's time for you to remove yourself right then and there, because that temptation does not come from God. We've sat in these type of environments. It almost breaks my heart to say this. We've sat in these type of environments and we've allowed ourselves to be tempted until the point where we've given in to that temptation. And we've done that generation on generation on generation. And I know that we're supposed to get into something else today, but this was laid on my heart last night to break down to you guys. Understand? So I had to come back because this is what God gave me to give y'all. I was going to do nature today, which I told y'all yesterday inside of Faith and Fitness, that we were going to talk about the connection to nature. But then God's like, nah, I need them to understand that it's not me that's tempting them. I need you to reiterate to them that I'm not the one that is tempting them. I need for them to understand that they was misinformed. And I said, well, what do you mean by misinformed? This is a conversation that we're having. I'm laid on my my back on my rug in my dressing room, which is also my prayer room. I'm laying on my back and I'm saying, just stretched out on the floor. And I'm like, what do you mean? They've been misinformed. It's like, yeah, they've been misinformed all their life. They've been saying that I'm testing them. They're saying that I'm testing them, that God is just testing me. And that's not true. I'm not testing them. I'm not tempting them. And I don't put them in these different type of situations. And I want them to stop saying that. I want them to stop thinking that I'm not that type of person. I'm not going to put them out there. I let them know exactly what it is. I am a God that operates in clarity, not in confusion. I am a God that is straightforward. I let them know that they're going to have a consequence or abundance, and it's all based on their decision making. I'm going to put out the good and the bad, and I'm going to allow them to make the decision as to which way they want to go. How is that me tempting them? That's me granting them a divine right of choice. That's me granting them free will. How can you look at me, your God, your Father, the one that's willing to carry you, protect you, make a way for you, and say that I'm tempting you? If you think that I'm tempting you, then that's almost like saying that I'm toying with your mental. And I said, wait a minute, wait, what? If we think that God is a God that tempts us, then we're saying that God is the person that is playing with our mental. And he says, that's not my playground. That's not what I do. If you say that I'm tempting you, then you say that I'm the one holding the carrot and you the rabbit. And all I'm doing is running you in circles. That's what you say when you say that to me. And I said, oh my God, wait a minute, what? It's like, yeah, that's not me. That's not how I operate. You've been bamboozled. You've been hoodwinked. You've been deceived. Because as long as you think that it's me that's doing it, then you stay there. You stay there and you sit in these environments where you're tempted. You stay there longer than what you should stay there. And before you know it, you give place to the enemy. You stay there and you stay in that environment so long and you're tempted for so long that you become a person that is weighed down, right? You are what? You are weighed down. The enemy's job is to what? To weigh you down. Do you think that that's what I want for you? Pay attention to me. Yeah, you might want to write that in your notes real quick. You sit in that environment and you play with that sin for so long, back and forth, already knowledgeable of exactly what it is and what it does. You sit in it, you go to it, you deal with it every single day, and then after the enemy weighs you down, right, then you give into that, and then you say, oh yeah, well, it's just God's way of testing me, it's just God's way of trying me. It's like, nah, I don't test you, I don't tempt you. You had free will. You could have removed yourself. You decided to stay in that even though you already knew what it was. There's nothing that you're going to deal with in this life that you can't successfully remove yourself from. I don't care what it is. You're not tied to anything. We stay in things, financial reasons. Well, if I walk away from here, then I'm going to have to find another job. Well, get to looking. What's wrong with Indeed? It worked when you came to this job. It can work when you leave from this job. What happened to updating your resume? Doing that on a yearly basis. Understand me. Always having it out there, because you never know. Sometimes jobs furlough. Sometimes they shut down. Sometimes the company is sold. You done got so complacent, so comfortable there. You done developed a codependency on that job. And I told you, don't be codependent on nothing out here in this world. I already told you that the things of this world, I already let you know how they operate. I already let you know what they'll do. I already let you know that they'll let you down. I already let you know that they'll betray you. I already let you know that they'll throw you out on your behind. I already let you know that. So why did you become so codependent on something that I told you not to become codependent on? That's on you. Now you're over there talking about, oh, I'm stuck and I got to do this and I got to do it. Well, if you wasn't mismanaging what it was that I was giving you, then you wouldn't even be feeling stuck. Understand me? If you was doing what I was telling you to do from the very beginning, then you wouldn't even be experiencing that. You over there in that relationship like, oh, I'm in this relationship and I just don't know if I should lead a relationship or not. I don't know what I need to do in this relationship or not. Is the relationship giving what it's supposed to be given? Right? Are they picking up what it is that you're putting down? Then why in the world are you still staying in a situation, right? In a situationship that's not working the way that it's supposed supposed to be working. It's not, because you become codependent on that relationship. You become codependent on that thing. So now you feel as though you need that in order for you to move. And then sometimes it ain't even a level of codependency. Some of y'all just lazy. Understand me, just lazy, and don't even want the responsibility of starting over. Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Some of y'all, you ain't even stuck. You just lazy. Yeah, put that in your notes. Yeah, you can document that. You can put that in the docs. We gonna document. Some of y'all, wait, I'm gonna say ouch. Yeah, some of y'all, hey, double tap on my screen if it's tight, but it's right. It's some of y'all, thank you, Latifah. I appreciate you. Double tap on my screen. Let me get some love on all 3 platforms. Yeah, that's a little bit real. I probably should have asked you to give me some love before I said that part right there. Some folk toes balled all the way up back here. I get it. Some folk like, wait a minute, first of all, I had said I was gonna start working on it this month, right? Yeah, you've been putting it off every other month. Every time that month comes, you slide it back, and then that month comes, then you slide it back, right? It ain't even that you codependent. You just lazy. What you say? Why you say it like that, Coach? Because some of y'all know y'all are bigger than the program that you in already. You already know that you're more than capable. The only reason why the people that's around you is surviving is because of you. You're doing everything, and you still scared to leave. Hello, somebody, why? Understand me? You still scared to leave. It ain't even that you codependent on them. You're just too lazy. You're lazy that even though they doing barely nothing, there's something that they doing is something that you ain't got to do. Instead of you just simply saying, you know what, I'm already doing the bulk of it. I might as well go ahead and take that on too. Thank you, to be. Let's just be real about it and just go ahead and move on about my business. That's it. That's all. Some of y'all are not even codependent. Y'all are just simply lazy. Don't want to start over. Don't want to do the extra work that's going to be required for you to have the love, the peace, the joy, the success that you truly deserve in your life. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate you. So some of y'all are not living up to y'all fullest potential, not because of other people, but because of you. Understand me. Some of y'all are not living that life that is, on that level that you dreamed of so many times when you were young. You're not having that because of your own laziness and procrastination. This ain't even got nothing to do with nobody else. Some of y'all say, oh, well, it's just the marriage, and I just don't want to break up the marriage, and if I do this, then it's going to cost me, and it's going to cost me, and it's going to cost me. I'm going to say this, and when I say this, I want every devil in hell to understand that I sincerely mean business, right? And I keep talking about this story right here because this is where we at when we talk in Christ conscious and transformation and letting go and isolation and the stages of everything that comes along with that. This is what we're talking about when it comes down to talking about the sacrifices that you're willing to make for yourself. You have to be willing to make certain sacrifices for yourself. And for some people, y'all gonna say, well, wait a minute, how did you pull that out of that? And especially using that particular person. Listen to what I'm saying. You have to be so committed to who and what you are and what you want out of life that you're willing to make a sacrifice. I'm gonna use this person. Double tap on my screen. I'm gonna use this person, but listen, some of y'all gonna get it and some of y'all won't. Thank you, Divine Film. I appreciate you. Lilith. Who is Lilith? Lilith is Adam's first wife. We only talk about Eve because Eve was compliant. And when it came down to her laying beneath Adam. We only talk about Eve because Eve was compliant when it came down to laying beneath Adam. Some of you guys are in relationships and marriageships that you don't want to leave as if, you leaving is a problem, even though you're staying is actually where the problem really and truly is. Thank you, Nicole. I appreciate that CA. But I want to tell you that Adam, just like sometimes you got to get another wife. Sometimes you got to get another husband, right? Sometimes you got to swap them out. This ain't it, right? So yeah, don't nobody try to counsel me for this. Don't try to counsel me for this. Don't do it. I just want to tell you the truth, and what I'm about to tell you is really scripture. It's really in the books, but you got to go read it, right? Eve is not Adam's first wife. Friends say, yikes. Lilith is. But we don't talk about Lilith because Lilith was not willing to be beneath. And to talk about Lilith would mean that you would have to speak about the fact that man and woman were actually created at the same time. What did you say? Two, to talk about Lilith would then have to be talked about the fact that man and women were created at the same time, which then made her his equal. Eve was pulled from the rib, which then made her believed to be the helpmeet, the company for Adam. Lilith was made at the same time, which meant Lilith said, nah, we equal. We both came from the same dusk. He both snatched the dusk at the same time and created the both of us, which means that you are not going to rule over me. You're not going to, now I'm here, we can be here and we can be good together, but as far as you running over me, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that, right? So no, that's not going to fit the narrative of the church. That's not going, who's going to preach that from the pulpit? Who's going to get in the pulpit and say, hey, Adam also had a wife before Eve came? Who's going to get up there and say that? They'll talk about homosexuality all day long, but they ain't going to talk about that part. Wait a minute. Whoa, wait, what'd you say? Oh, yeah, who's going to say that? Who's going to get up there and preach that? Come on, can we be real? So Lilith is the first wife that was made at the same exact time, from the same dusk that was snatched. They were created. Lilith operated using her DRC. What's her DRC? Her divine right of choice. Adam had a divine right of choice. Eve had a divine right of choice. Lilith had a divine right of choice. This is how we know that we serve a God that is a God of, right? That DRC, he's governed by that. He allows you to make the choices for your life, how you want to move in your life. It's all controlled by your divine right of choice. So now here we are, right? Here we are and we're talking about Lilith. Lilith decided that I'm not going to allow that to happen. I'm not going to let nobody run over me. I'm not going to let nobody just tell me what to do. I'm not going to just comply with that, right? So Lilith decides, oh no, I'm leaving. So she left. Well, after Lilith then left, she then went on by her business, right? Adam over in the garden. I'm paraphrasing right now in 2025. I'm putting it in 2025 real quick, right? So y'all can understand. Now, Lilith and Adam both were made from the same dusk, right? At the same exact time, which then makes Adam and Lilith, which makes both of them equal because they were made at the same exact time from the same exact dusk. So there was men and there were women, period, point blank. That's how it was, right? So now that they were made at the same time, both made in his image and all of this, now Lilith is like, no, I'm not going to be, you're not going to run over me. You're not going to just run over me. No, we were made at the same time. We was this, we was that. This is how it's going to be. Adam like, nah, I'm the man, so I need to be in control of everything that's going on. You know, this, that, and the third. And Lilith is like, no, why would I let you do that, right? Why would I let you do that? Why would I let you run over me? Why would I let you tell me what to do? Like, I just don't see the point of that. Why would I let that happen, right? Now, when I say this, it's going to be some people that's going to be like, oh, I cannot believe she went there the way that she went there, right? So now, hey, go Lilith. Lilith is over here saying, no, I am who I am. You are who you are. I'm willing to be together, but I'm not willing to allow you to run me. So what did Lilith decide to do? Lilith decided to leave because she was like, no, I'm not going for that. Lilith left. And when she left, what happened? God sent the angels to go and find her. They went and found her, and when they found her, they said, hey, look, we want you to come back. And God said, if you come back, it ain't going to be no harm, no foul. You can just come back. Friends, I never knew this. This is why you be showing up here, right? That's why y'all show up here, because we have to tell it all so you can understand it all, right? So now God said, if you come back, it'll be no harm, no foul. But if you don't come back, it's going to cost you, right? I'm going to destroy some of you. I'm going to destroy your offspring, at least 100 of them. I want you to know, I'm going to destroy at least 100 of your offspring if you don't come back. This is what he told Lilith. He sent the angels to go find her. They find her. They tell her what God then told them. And you know what Lilith said? Do it. I cannot make this up. Go Google it. Do it then. Lilith was so hell-bent on not being ruled by Adam that she said, go ahead and destroy the 100 offspring that you're speaking of. Go ahead and take them out, because I'm not about to do that. I'm not about to do that. That's not about to happen. And when I say that to you guys to say that there's going to be consequences. There's going to be repercussions. There's going to be casualties. Always. That's not going to be something that's exempt. You not complying with this world, you not falling for the traps, you not going in. Yeah, it's going to cost you something. And it's about how bad do you want it, right? In the situation of Lilith wanted her freedom so bad and wanted to her own identity so bad and wanted to live her own truth so bad that she said, hey, look, if you have to destroy my offspring because I want to be who I am, go ahead and so be it. She had a choice. So the points of that story that I'm making to you guys is, God is a God that operates off of choice. He's going to always allow you to make your own choice, your own decision. Your life is always going to flow in the direction of your decision making. If you want something bigger and better for your life, then you have to be willing to get up and go after it. And just like Lilith, when it comes to rubber hit that road and that thing say it's going to cost you something to get to that next level, you have to be willing to pay the cost. And a lot of y'all don't want to pay the cost. And that's the reason why you never reach that level that you want to reach. Understand me. It's going to cost you something. Might cost a little, might cost a lot, but there's a payment that has to be paid. Understand me. That laziness is not going to get there. It's not going to do what it is. Yeah, it's not going to be what you want it to be if you're not willing to work at it. You have to be consistent. You have to be obedient. You have to be willing to get out there and make it happen. And even though Lilith moved in a way that I can't say that I would have did that, I'm not going against God. But at that time, at the moment, I'm not Lilith. Lilith not me. I'm just showing you through scripture how divine right of choice have always been a thing. I'm just showing you, even in that situation, and her level of commitment of being her own individual, what it cost her, so that you can see in 2025 that it's going to cost you to be you. It's not going to come free, and it's not going to come easy. There's going to be some sacrifice. There's going to be some casualty. Understand me. There's going to be some stuff that come along with it. Now, as we moving on into this thing, though, I can now understand why Lilith was like, and it's just me being real, because I'm telling you, when you read it, when you put it all into, make it all make sense, you're like, well, I can understand now why Lilith ain't want Adam to run over her. Look what he let Eve do. Understand me. Wait a minute, guys. You have to make this make sense. This is Lilith. This is coming from Lilith's standpoint, right? Lilith is over here like, wait a minute. You want me to allow a man to run me who can't even run run himself. Understand me? This man ain't even in control of himself. But you want me to bring myself down to allow him to. Look what happened with the second wife. You can't blame that on me. You can't say I wasn't even there. I didn't left, and it's done cost me 100 of maturing, 100 of my offspring, all of that, and he still messed it up. So yeah, he still messed it up. I'm just trying to understand. You want me to let him lead me when he can't even lead himself. Don't nobody be wanting to talk about that right there. Yeah, don't nobody be wanting to talk about that part right there. Friends said, oh, if we was to think about it, like as much as we've been taught not to like Lilith and not to support, not to preach, not to teach Lilith, to the people, but the truth of the matter is, whether we like it or not, there's always some truth in every situation, right? And I believe in just speaking about the truth. And in speaking about the truth, no, I wouldn't have went against what God wanted me to do. However, I can be honest and say, right, because God knows the intents of my heart, I have to be honest and say, I can understand exactly why Lilith did not want to follow Adam, especially after seeing how Adam was so easily influenced and manipulated by Eve. Understand me? So now in my mind, I can understand why Lilith would say, you want me to follow someone that don't even have their own mind. They can't even think for themselves. Because why didn't he let her bite it by herself? If he was going to be ruling, ain't that why I left? Because I wasn't going to let him run over me. I wasn't going to let him be the ruler over me. But you mean to tell me he can't rule a second wife either? He can't even tell the second wife not to do it? The problem don't look like it's the wives. The problem really look like the problem is what? That's Adam, baby. Adam is really the problem. Why are you coming over here bothering me when you need to be checking your boy that you made first, that you want to, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That I'm just putting it in 2025 so we can understand it, right? Because the more that we dissect and understand the story, we like, wait a minute, why was there so much love and so much support, right? So much backing when it came down to Adam, if Adam was the favorite, if Adam was the one that had it all together, then why didn't Adam stop the situation? Right? Why didn't Adam handle that situation? Why didn't he destroy the serpent? Why didn't he tell Eve nah? So it's different ways that when we're looking at this situation, it's like, wait a minute, with Lilith like, nah, I ain't going for none of that. I ain't going for none of that. So if I got to be banished, then I'll be banished. If you're going to destroy, yeah, I'll be banished. If I'm banished, then I'm banished. And go ahead and destroy 100 of my offspring, since that's the consequences of me wanting to be my own individual self. Go ahead and banish me to darkness. Say that, that I'm evil and I'm all these different things. Okay, but tell them why I'm where I'm at, right? And we have to understand the Bible in its entirety, not just bits and pieces, right? Not just bits and pieces. So this is the reason why Lilith is left out of a big portion of it. So when Eve comes into play, this is a whole nother thing, right? So when I say that, to say that sometimes, yeah, you're going to have to walk away from a situation. Sometimes you're going to have to detach yourself from a situation. And when you're walking away, you're going to be banished, right? You're going to be banished just like Lilith. You're going to be banished. I cannot believe you got me teaching on this. Hold on. Yeah, sometimes you're going to be banished just like Lilith. You're going to be looked at as the evil one, just like Lilith. You're going to be ridiculed. You're going to be talked about, right? You're going to be left all the way out, just like Lilith. It's going to cost you to be you. Come on, double tap on my screen. It's going, that's red ink right there. That's red ink right there. And we're not glorifying Lilith or anything like that, but we are looking at it for what it really and truly is. And I'm utilizing her as an example to show you that it's going to cost you to be you. It's going to cost you to be you. Being you is going to come with a price, right? Can you imagine Lilith being in the garden, being one of the first women that was ever made and made from the dust? Understand me, made from the dust. Here you are out there enjoying the garden, out there enjoying your very life. And the only reason why you still not in the garden is because you decided that you wanted to be you. Understand me? And you didn't want to be beneath a person that you were made at the same time with. Understand me? The same capabilities that you got, I got. Same things that you're able to do, I'm able to do. So why do I have to allow you to rule over me? Understand me? She wasn't banished from the garden because she had disobeyed or did anything out there. She was banished from the garden because she failed to comply with being beneath Adam. There's going to be some people that's going to banish you because they can't control you. It's going to be some people that's going to write you off because they cannot control you. It's going to be some folk that's going to look at you a certain type of way, and they're going to say, hey, look, I can't accept that, and you got to go because I can't manipulate you. You got to go because you think you're bigger than the program, and you got to go because they're going to have their different reasons, and it's going to cost you to be you. It's going to cost you. And then, you're going to have to pay the price of being you. It's going to cost you some friends. It's going to cost you some family members. It may cost you a job. It might cost you a church. It might cost you a situationship. It's going to cost you. Being you is going to cost you. And there's no easy way to be able to say that. Now, we do understand that we are to be obedient and we are to be disciplined people. We know that. We understand that. And we can't go back and change history and make it be what we want it to be. But we cannot halfway teach it either. We have to be thorough. We have to put it out there so people can fully understand. And there's been so many twists and turns and add-ons to this and add-ons to that, that you have to actually utilize your resources to be able to get this information so that you can have it in its entirety. This is why I tell you guys that study to show yourself approved. Understand me? Study, get to know that word, dissect that word, find out the meaning of that word so that you can utilize it the way that you need to utilize it, right? In the right way, not to weaponize it, not to try to control people, not to try to destroy people, not to try to humble people and make people do and be what you want them to do and be, but utilize that word as love, because that's what it was designed for. It was love, it was forgiveness, it's grace, it's strategy of how to operate in this world without being connected to this world. That's what it is. The Bible is a spiritual thing, not a worldly thing. I don't want to talk about that. The Bible is what? The Bible is a spiritual thing. It's not a worldly thing. And every single time that you go outside of your way to try to twist and turn that Bible to make it fit this world, to fit this world, then guess what? Then you're wrong. Then you're wrong. Because the more that you read this word, the more that you dissect this word, the more that you apply this word right here to your life, the less interested that you become with this world. And go ahead and you might as well double tap on the screen right there, because somebody just like me, and they like, I feel that. That is me. Oh, yeah. The more that you read this word, dissect this word, apply this word to your day-to-day life, the less that you become interested, clock that T, with, you don't even be interested in the things of this world. When everybody else is running around here like a chicken with their head chopped off, and they over there panicking and they stressed out and they going through the absolute most, here you go, over here cool, calm, and collected. Here you are, over here all relaxed. Here you are, smiling and grinning, got an aura about you that is undeniable. Oh yeah, wait a minute, what you so happy about? Understand me, everything falling apart and you over there living your best life. Everybody over there, and they screaming, hooping, and hollering, stressed out, breathing in paper bags, trying to catch their breath from their panic attack. And here you is over here breathing easy, sleeping easy. I mean, ain't miss now meal. Do you hear me? That yeah, you ain't even got an available wall in your house. You got so many plants put up in your house. I mean, greenery is just greening out there. Do you hear me? Yeah, I'm talking about living your best life. You ain't paced your flow since pacing of the flow. Understand me? You over there. I'm talking about brand new carpet. Didn't had it 7-8 months, and it still look like you ain't walked on it, because that's how much pacing that you no longer doing right there. I'm talking about living your very best life, because the more that you are applying that word to your life, the more that it's transforming you. The more, understand, the more that it's transforming you and detaching you. Two things. It's doing, yes. Come on, put that in your notes. Yeah, don't play with that. Don't play with that. That was a gem, and I slid that in there. God, I'm gonna drink my water. It's doing two things. Thank you, Miss J2. I appreciate you. Y'all send me some love on IG, Facebook. Can we get up to 1K? We are right now. We at 751. Can we get to 1K? Y'all double tap on that screen. Where we at over here? 163. Oh, y'all ain't playing those games on TikTok. Y'all like new information anyway. Ain't nothing like learning. Ain't nothing like learning. Ain't nothing like having something broke down to you and giving you some brand new information. And some of y'all like, wait a minute, I love God, but I might be a little elitist too. I seen y'all. I seen y'all. Some of y'all was over there like, wait a minute. I love God. Now I'm gonna be obedient and I'm gonna follow through, and I understand that that's the thing of the past. But baby, I might have a little lift up in me, just a little bit, just T-bit. I might, yeah, cause I'm telling you, ain't nothing like having my own brain, baby. Ain't nothing like having my own identity. Ain't nothing like knowing who I am. Ain't nothing. Yeah, just a teeny bit. I ain't gonna be. Yeah, ain't nobody here to judge now. Ain't just teensy bit, Victoria. That's it. I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? I get it. She got the bad rap. I get it. She was banished. We get it. But I'm just saying, you know, we just saying just a little bit. Double tap on the screen. Ain't nothing wrong with being real. Ain't nothing wrong with being real. Double tap on that screen. I absolutely love you guys, man. And as we're continuing to grow and evolve in that word, it's two things that's going to happen. And those two things are, you're going to become a person that is being transformed and disconnected. It says, good morning, my sister in Christ. Good morning, sweetheart. You become, through that word, you become transformed and disconnected. That word will change you from the inside. Change the way that you speak. Change the way that you see, change the way that you hear, change the way that you treat people, the way that you do day-to-day life. When you start really utilizing that word, living by that word, measuring your life up to that word, it will transform you from the inside. And that transformation happens inside of the dark. You don't even know that you've changed the way that you've changed until you've been triggered. And when you've been triggered, you don't respond the way that you used to. You don't even know that you're a brand new individual until something happens. And when that thing happens, you're like, oh my God, you know, normally I would have flipped out. It blows your own mind. You'll be over there baffled yourself. You'll be over there shocked at yourself. Like, you know what? Normally when that would have happened, I would have went all the way off. I would have burst out in tears. I would have folded up in a fetal position inside my bed. I would have just been all over the place. But this time when it happened, my reaction was so different. This time when it happened, I was just like, oh, okay, what's next? Now all of a sudden, I just be looking at people in places, and I'm not even surprised about when people do certain things. I'm no longer shocked about when people do certain things. When people are coming out as their true, authentic self, I don't even be surprised by it no more. I just look at them and be like, oh, that's you too? That's how you are too? And I just separate myself and go on about my business. And that's not me. Understand me? That's not me. The old me, the old me, I got abandonment issues. I don't want nobody to leave me. The old me, I got abandonment issues. I want to hold on to everybody, even if I know that I deserve better. The old me, I got abandonment issues. I can't stand to watch somebody walk away. So even if you don't treat me how I'm deserving to be treated, I'll still accept you. And then I got it so bad that I'll make excuses for why you are the way that you are. God, it's so bad that I will blame me for you being who you are. Understand me. And then all of a sudden you start reading that word, deep diving in that word, applying that word to your life. All of a sudden those abandonment issues that you used to have, those things are no longer there. That trauma has been healed. Understand, not only healed, but also removed. And you don't know it until you have to watch somebody that you love leave and it don't bother you. Oh my, y'all want to talk about that? That's too deep, Coach. Wait. Oh yeah. When you over there your whole entire life and all you did was dream about a family. I just want this happy family. I want the picket fence. I want Toto running around the yard. I want the nice green grass. I want the picket, you know what I'm saying? I want the playground out there in the back. I want the trampoline set up. And I want this thing to be so beautiful, so this and so that. And then all of a sudden, because you reading that word, you in that word, you applying that word to your life, and that change is coming to you every single day, and you becoming what? You becoming it changes you, right? It transforms you, and it also disconnects you. It transforms you and it disconnects you. And because now you're operating with that different type of mindset, that word is transforming you, it's changing you. It's changing you, it's shifting you, it's making you become something that you've never been. And even though you was a person that had this high hope for having this family, and this white picket fence and all of these things, the moment that you see that individual is not deserving of you, when you see that the relationship ain't shipping, when you see that the love is not reciprocal, when you see that you're not seen, that you're not valued, then all of a sudden, even though the white picket fence was picketing and the grass was so green that it almost looked like it wasn't even real, even though the playground was high-tech playground, I'm talking about it had everything including a mini zip line, it had all of these things, and you in there doing what? You in there packing up your luggage that you done bought from doggone Marshalls. You done packed up your luggage and you leaving the picket fence, the green grass, the playground, and everything else. Why? Because you see, I no longer tolerate disrespect. I no longer stay in environments that causes me to reduce who I am. I know, even though it's, and they thought they had you. They thought they had you locked in like this here. Because all they had to do was say that they was going to leave, that they was going to break up the family. And whenever they said that they was going to leave and break up the family, she says, oh my God, I'm in tears. Understand me, the enemy will use your pain. He will use your trauma. The enemy will use your pain. He will use your trauma to control you. The enemy will use your pain. He will use your trauma to manipulate you. He will use your pain. He will use your trauma, understand me, to emotionally tear you all the way down. These are vices of the enemy. These are things that he would do. So if they know that you want family more than anything in the world, if they know that that's your biggest struggle, understand me, they will dangle that family all up in front of your face. They will threaten to take it whenever they can. And all of a sudden, you in there packing up your bags. Baby, understand me, you packing up your bags and you walking out that door, that's not something that they seen coming. And guess who else ain't see it coming? Guess who else ain't see that coming? Guess who else? Hey, Inspiring Queen. I'm just being real. Understand me. All of this, I didn't get into the notes that I was going to teach today because God gave me this last night for y'all. So guess who else ain't see it coming? Baby, you about to enter into a season of your life where you didn't see it coming. You did not see that coming, and that is okay. You did not even see it coming. You did not even see yourself as being that type of individual. You never knew that you had that level of strength and tenacity. You didn't know that you had that much inside of you. You always looked at yourself as if you would never, but I need for you to understand that you're about to enter into a season of, I did not see that coming. They didn't see it coming, and neither did you, until you started packing up the bags. And now you packing up the bags, and everybody looking at you like, what in the world you got going on? Because you're a person that loves family so much. Come on, Auntie Nate, can we be real about it, right? Now you in there packing up your bags. You about to leave this house. You about to leave the grass. You about to leave the playground, the trampoline, the children, everything. You walk your way up out of there like, I love you. I really and truly do. I love you. I wanted everything to work out, but guess what? Understand me. I can no longer stay in environments that reduces who I am. I can no longer stay in disrespect. I can no longer play that type of thing. I'm not going to do that anymore. And now here you are walking out. You didn't see it coming, but the peace and the empowerment that you feel from the tops of your head to the soles of your feet, you feel nothing but strength. That's what it's like when you are in alliance with the Most High God. Wait. That's what it's like when you're in alliance with the Most High God. He'll transform you, but he'll also disconnect you. You won't be codependent on nothing in this world. Come on, Rob. I'm just being real with them. I'm just being real with you. Hey, double tap on that screen. Can we get some love over there on Facebook? Facebook, can we get some love? God will disconnect you from everything that's out here. Takesha, what's up with you? Come on, Anissa, thank you so much. All of a sudden, those things that you were so codependent on and you think that you needed and all of that, all of a sudden, you are not even wrapped up in that the way that you used to be. Understand me? You're not even wrapped up in that the way that you used to be. You're not even giving it the energy that you used to give it. You're not falling out crying. You're not doing none of that no more. You ain't doing none of that no more. Every day that you stay away, as a matter of fact, it's almost like you charge up. You charge up more and more every single day. I did not see this coming. Choosing you is going to come with a price. You got to be willing to pay the price. Choosing you is going to come with a price. You got to be willing to pay the price. When you are in alliance with God and you are operating inside of that will, that word will transform you and it will also disconnect you all at the same time. And you won't even know it until you being triggered. God is not a God that is going to tempt you. He's not a God that is going to test you and put you in these different situations. So the moment that you feel that energy and those things that's going on in your life, you know that those things are not of God. So what do you want us to do, Coach, when we feel like we're being tested? What do you want us to do when we feel like we're being tried? Understand me. What do we do when we're going through these things and you're saying that these things are not from God? I'm telling you that they're not from God. And we know that they're not from God, right? Because God is not a God that tempts us. He's not the God that do those things, right? So when you're in those situations, you have to do the same thing that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did. You have to do the same thing that Daniel did. You have to do the same thing that Elisha did. You have to do the same thing that all the greats, that Paul and all of these people. You have to do Joseph. You have to do all the things that they did when they were in testing times. When Joseph was in a testing time, he did what? When he was breaking down, he always found a place to go hide, to put his face, right? So that he can recharge, to seek God's face. The same thing with Elisha. When Elisha was out there, he had to go into prayer. You can't even imagine when David went in the den, David went in the den for praying. Understand me? He went into the lion's den for praying. The Hebrew boys went into the fire because they would not bow. Understand me? All of these things are things that we ourselves, we have to do as well. When you're in the middle of the hardest time of your life, that's time for you to pray. That's time for you to fast. That's time for you to worship. That's time for you to really lock in with God the way that you need to. When you're experiencing heartache in your life, this is not time for you to get distance. This ain't time for you to have a pity party. This ain't time for you to throw in the towel. This ain't the time for you to start acting all defeated and calling all that negative, defeated type of energy towards you and all of that. No, this is the time for you to genuinely seek his face like you've never done it before. That's what you do when you're being tested. That's what you do when you're tried. That's when you do that. What you do when you're going through the toughest and the worst time of your life. You seek him. He says, when you're at your weakest, that's when I'm at my strongest in your life. So what I want you to do, acknowledge his power. Acknowledge his presence. I know you see what I'm going through. Give me the strength, give me the encouragement to follow through. If we was to go back to James, right? If we go back over here to James 1:13 through 22, and I just want to go through it real quick. It says, when tempted, no one should say, God is tempting me, for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. That's your confirmation right there. God is not tempting you. He's not testing you. That's not what he does. James 1:13 says clear as day, when tempted, no one should say, God is tempting me. For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. He's clear in the fact that that ain't me. He's clear in the fact that he said, that's not me. And stop saying that that's me. Stop putting that right there on me. That's not me. Because if you think that is me, then you're sitting and you're soaking and you think that I got you out there. That's not me. Then 14 says, but each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desires and enticed. That'll teach all by itself. So wait a minute. God say, I don't tempt you. I don't tempt you. God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. He says, I don't tempt you. But then, you see why you blame God for your temptation? Because it's easier to blame God than it is for you to blame yourself. Oh my God, come on. Double tap on my screen. I had taught this already. I didn't think I was coming back to this, but I'm back here now. Double tap on my screen, double tap on my screen. What you say, Coach? It's so much easier for you to blame other people. Yeah, other people for what it is that you're doing. It's very hard for you to look at yourself and say that the problem is not God, but the problem is you. Understand? Double tap on my screen. Crystal, do me a favor. Go to Facebook and see if it's hung up for me. See if you can send love on Facebook for me real quick. Because we've been at 7:51. We've been at 7:51 for like 30 minutes right now. I don't know if it's that went out, got hung up or what. Double tap on my screen that she gonna make her way over there real quick so we can make sure that it's rolling, right? It says, wait a minute, I don't do no tempting. I'm not the one that's tempting you. But it's so much easier to blame something or someone outside of yourself than for you to take responsibility for what it is that you are doing to you, right? So what are we saying, Coach? Now let's go back to Adam, right? Let's go back to Adam in the garden. Okay, there you go, Takesha. Thank you so much. She pushing it through. There we go. Let's get some love going. Thank you, Anissa. I see us growing now. I was like, man, let's get to 1,000 about 30 minutes ago. Y'all ain't, what's up? Y'all, what's up over there on the book, man? What's up, right? So if we had to go back real quick, I got to teach it. Don't blame me. I got to teach it, right? I'm showing you how this thing works, right? So if we go back to the Garden of Eden one more time, Carol. I just want to go back again. Let me go back again. If we go back to the Garden of Eden and Adam, when God approached Adam after they had bit the apple, what did Adam say? Thank you, Shirley. Appreciate you. What did Adam say? Adam looked at God and said, the woman that you gave me. In other words, even in the Garden of Eden, right? They were operating with emotional manipulation. They were operating right there. Adam, real life, tried to blame God for what it is, for the woman that he gave him. He did not say that me and Eve bit the apple. Adam actually tried to manipulate God. He tried to blame God for giving him the woman. And because he gave him the woman, this is what he done. Understand me? So this manipulation, this shifting blame, blaming other people for things that we do, how we do it, this is not something that just started in 2025 or in 2020. This has been something that has been a part of eternity. This right here actually started inside of the garden. Understand me? When God approached Adam, right, it says something. He said, the woman that you gave me. In other words, I need you to take responsibility, because if you never gave me the woman, then I never would have bit the apple. It's because of you. Mind you, this is your second woman, Adam. Hello, wait a minute. Can we go back? Yeah, okay, leave that alone because you're about to be messy. This is your second woman. Now I can only imagine if I put it in 2025, I know God is saying, you know what? We'll leave it that. Because here we go with this right here. Maybe I should have had her over here ruling. Maybe because Lilith, understand me, she was bad like that. Lilith was already the one like, don't play with me. She was already one of one, okay? So maybe I should have had Lilith over here ruling over you after all. Because ain't no way you going to come over here and look me square up in my spirit, right? And tell me the woman that I gave you. What? Yeah, I say look me in my spirit. I don't think he was able to look me in the eye, so I say look me in my spirit. Don't judge me. don't judge me. This is how I teach so y'all can understand. Can you imagine? Can you imagine you right there in the garden and you done gave somebody all this different stuff? Come on, elevate. You done gave somebody all this stuff, all this luxury, right? Not one woman, but I done gave you two. Right? I done gave you two. I done gave you everything that you need, and you mean to tell me you still did this? And then you're going to try to blame me for what it is that you done? And then try to emotionally manipulate me? This is why I went back. This is what, then you try to emotionally manipulate me. Make me feel bad because I gave her to you. This is how emotional manipulation works. Remember at the beginning of this live, I said be careful of emotional manipulation. People will try to manipulate you through your emotions to make you feel guilty, to make you feel bad for seeing their truth. That's notes for somebody. Yeah. Emotional manipulation, people will try to toy with your emotions to make you feel bad, to make you feel guilty, to make you feel like you're the one that hurt them because you see their truth. How are you mad at me because I can see through you now? How you mad at me because, you made a mistake, you did what you did, and now the consequence of that is you losing me, but now you mad at me because I'm leaving, even though you gave me the reason to leave. Make that make sense? How you upset with me, bothered by me, when you did what you did to me? I ain't even did nothing to you. I have done absolutely nothing to you, but you're holding me accountable for what you did to me? How you try to hold me accountable for what you did to me, right? If I'm God, then that's what I'm going to be saying to Adam. Wait a minute. I gave you the best. Understand me. I laid it all out here for you. You disrespected me. You disobeyed me. You were disobedient to me. And you had the nerve to come to me and say the woman that I gave you? Huh? As if I'm responsible for you being disobedient? We deal with that every day right now. There's somebody right now on the live. You went back to that relationship because after you left, you started to feel guilty because they made you feel bad for leaving them. There's somebody on the live right now. You went back to that toxic, that narcissistic environment, and you went back because people made you feel like you was wrong, that you were disloyal, that you wasn't solid because you left them, and when you left them, they went downhill. And because when you left them, everything in their life started to fall apart, and all you had to do was stay for a little while longer and work with them and do this and that. So you went back, and your life have been upside down ever since. Everybody else is happy, joy. But you over there, you unfulfilled, you unsatisfied. You got a heart that is heavy with the spirit of regret. Understand me, you forcing yourself to smile, and a lot of people don't even know. But yes, you are dealing with functioning depression right now. You're depressed as all get out, but you hide it with a smile. You hide it with getting up and going to work every day. You hide it with the busy stuff that you tried to create for yourself, but in the inside of you, you regret that you came back. In the inside of you, you've been ready to go. You feel it, but they emotionally manipulated you right on back into that situation to make you feel responsible for helping them, to make you feel responsible for the pain that they brought to you. And that's the same exact thing that Adam was doing to God. Understand me, he tried to emotionally manipulate God into thinking that he was the problem because he gave him the woman. This ain't new. This ain't new. It's always easier to blame somebody else than to hold yourself accountable. You have to stop taking responsibility for things that you did not do. This ain't new. This ain't new. You have to stop taking on things that you did not do. Taking responsibility for things that people did to you. You can't hurt me and then try to hold me accountable for the hurt that you brought to me. You can't damage me, then hold me accountable for fixing the damage that you brought to me by staying connected to you. No, when I fix me, I'm going to be fixing me without you. Trust me when I tell you that. I'll be fixing me without you. Understand me? I ain't responsible for the pain, but I'm definitely responsible for my healing. And I'm going to heal right on over there, up out your face and up out your way. Hello, somebody, this is what was happening in that garden, right? So when we read this right here, right, it says, when tempted, no one should say that God is tempting me, for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone. That's clear. That's clear. That's clarity right there. He says, listen, God is tempted. He said, no one should say. That means you have to dismantle that. Now you have to stop saying that. And it's not because coach told you to. It's because the Bible said so. Understand me? Why do you not say that? Because the Bible told me not to say that. So I'm no longer saying that I'm being tempted by God. I'm no longer saying that I'm being tested by God. I'm no longer saying that God is putting me to the fire, because that is not what it is. I'm being tempted, and it's not by God. He says, I don't do no tempting, and I can't be tempted. Understand me? This is what God is saying right there in that passage, right? So we have to stop putting that over there on him. We got to stop putting that on him. But he does say this in my chat. In my chat on all 3 platforms, I want y'all to say what it say. Just ask me what it say. Some of y'all ain't gonna be ready for this. If you sensitive, do me a favor, go ahead. This gonna be your time to leave. If you are sensitive and you don't like accountability, go ahead and take your finger, put it on the screen and push it like this right here. Go ahead and find somebody else that's gonna stroke your ego, that's gonna pat your back, that's gonna water it down for you, because over here it's gonna be unsaturated, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna avoid the elephant in the room. I'm gonna give it to your RAW. It's gonna be real raw, real raw, real rough. We live rough over here. This type of teaching is for the trenches. You have to, this for the trenches. This is for the folk that be sick and tired. Like, they ain't sick and tired of other folk. They sick and tired of themselves. This right here, you ain't gonna be able to stomach what I'm about to tell you next. So go ahead and exit. And we ain't gonna even say nothing while you leaving. While you leaving, we ain't gonna even say nothing. Go ahead, put your finger on the screen, slide up like that right there. That's it. That's all you gotta do. We ain't gonna even say nothing. We ain't gonna even say nothing to you. Y'all double tap on that screen, hit that share button for me real quick. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Cause I'm gonna do it. How you doing, Edna? How you doing? Because I'm going to do it anyway. Listen, I'm going to do it anyway. So we have to dismantle that. We have to free ourselves from that. God does not tempt us, nor can he be tempted. But pay attention to this right here. On verse 14, it says, but each person is tempted. Each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desires and enticed. So you mean to tell me that it's me that's tempting me? Your inner desires. Your inner desires. You are being tempted by your own inner desires. Remember Paul? Come here, Paul. Come here, Paul. Y'all remember when Paul said, there's another part of me that be going to work, that I have to lay this flesh down every single day. That you remember when he said there's two laws that's living in the inside of me. Y'all remember when Paul said that? In other words, Paul was letting us know right then and there, he still had inner desires. Understand me? He still had that worldly part of him that was calling him back to the world on a regular basis, that was enticing him on a regular basis, those desires that was laying there on a regular basis. So Paul in return was letting us know that no matter how holy we are, no matter how much we're growing and evolving, those desires are always going to be right there, right? So when we are tempted, we are not tempted by God, but we are tempted by our own inner desires. Put that in your notes. Some of y'all writing that. Yeah, some of y'all writing that in red ink and throwing highlight on it. I see y'all. Y'all writing fast as on get out. Y'all like, wait a minute. Yeah, go ahead. Write it in your notes real quick. Double tap on the screen. Yes, you are not being tempted by God. You are not being tempted by God. You are being tempted by your own inner desires. Your inner desires is what you are being tempted by. The enemy knows what your desires are, and he uses those desires to lead you right on up out of alignment. Hey now, say now. What? Hey now, say now. What'd you say? Yeah, so it's not God that's tempting you. It's your own inner desires that's tempting you, right? So before it says, but each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desires and enticed. Then after the desires are conceived, it gives birth to sin. And sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to unalive. You become unalive when you're operating in sin. When you're operating in your sinful desires, then you become unalive. Wait a minute, coach. Whoa. Wait a minute. Hold on. Rewind. Wait a minute. Wait. You can't do that like that. You can't do us like that. Wait, come back here. Come back here. We going back to the garden. We're going back to the garden. Y'all know everything that we're dealing with Christ conscious and the transformation stages of operating with that Christ conscious is going to lead me back to that garden. So I got to go back to the garden. I got to go. She's telling me to teach it. So, I have to go back to the garden, right? So wait a minute. I'm going to read. She said, let's go. Hey, that's all I needed. All I need is for my chosen family to tell me, let's do it. When they tell me let's do it, then y'all know it's up from that point, right? Y'all do realize as soon as they say teach it be over with. Like, I'm going out. I got to go back there, right? Okay, so when it says, but each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desires and enticed. Verse 15 says, after the desires has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death, right? This is what the scripture says. Go back to the garden. When the serpent approached Eve, he said to Eve, when the serpent approached Eve, he said to Eve, when he was trying to entice her with the tree, he says, bite the tree. And she said, what? She said, I'll become unalive if I bite that tree. And he says, surely you won't. Surely you won't become unalive when you bite the tree. So what are you saying, coach? How do they go? Spiritually, you become unalive when you start to operate in sin. You have a physical body and a spiritual body. So James 15 is speaking on your spiritual body. In Genesis, in the Garden of Eden, they're speaking on your spiritual body, right? And we have to understand that the Bible is a spiritual world. So it's the same thing. Physically, you will be living your life, but spiritually, you will be unalive. He says, so once the sin is conceived, you become unalive. Spiritually. The same thing that God was telling Eve. So in fact, it was true. Physically, Eve, no, you're not going to pass. But your pureness, your genuineness, your ability to walk around the garden without any feeling of filth, guilt, or shame, all of that you will lose the moment that you are disobedient, the moment that you bite that apple, the moment that you do what I instructed you not to do. So the moment that you fulfill that desire, it's just like you biting the apple. This is why coach tell you to operate with desire restraints. Would you say every single time that you fulfill that desire, then it's the same thing as you biting the apple. Jasmine said, wait a minute, that's deep. Yeah, we get mad at Eve. We get so mad at Eve because why you bit that apple? Why you put us in this position? But you biting the apple every day. How you mad at somebody for something that you continue to do? You do it and do it every single day. When you gonna stop biting the apples? When you gonna stop? Every single time that you give in to that desire, it's the same thing as you biting that apple. Every single time. It says, don't be deceived, my dear brothers and sisters. That's 16. Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavens lights, who does not change like the shifting shadows. That's 17. That does not change like the shifting shadows. So you know me, does not change like the shifting shadows. So you know me, some of y'all, and y'all know how my mind works. So I said, let me go back and read 17 one more time. Because mind you, I've already gave this scripture one time already. But all of this is what I was given to come back and teach again. Because there was so much stuff that I didn't talk about. But it wasn't given to me to talk about until last night. So I go back, because this is what I do. I go back over there and I read 17 all over again, right? And the one thing that this is the stuff that stood out to me, Gigi. Now listen to this. It says, every good and perfect gift is from above, coming from the Father of the heavenly lights. What don't exist in light? Shadows. When it is light, there's no shadows. It's lit up. It's clear. It's like every gift that's coming from me is undeniably me. You can't deny that you had been blessed by me, that you had an encounter with me. When you have had an experience with me, it's undeniable. Understand me, it's right there, it's clear. It's right there in your face. What shifts? Shadows. Shadows shape shift. If you've ever seen somebody playing in the night, making the doggy ear, shadows shift and become different things in the dark. This is what the shadows do. And it can become fun things, and it becomes monsters and evil things as well. He's like, no, when you're dealing with me, you're dealing with clear. It's right here. But them shadows, they shape shift. They become different things. They present themselves as one thing, because in the dark, it looked like a dog. But in all actuality, it's your hand. It's pretend. It's not real. Isn't it amazing? It says that's the enemy. It's not real. It's fake. It's a facade. He pretends. And he pretends so that he can deceive you, so he can trick you into believing that this is what it is when it's not. This is his job, to trick you into believing that this is what it is when it's not. So yeah, I did what I always do. I sat up on the bed, Heather. I had to sit up on the bed because what? I said, oh my God. Definitely got to teach that tomorrow, right? So that's how we ended up back here. Then on 18, I'm talking about, that just blew my mind out. That part just blew my mind. Then it says, he chooses to give us birth through the word of truth, that we might be a kind of his first fruit of all that he created. But it was that he chose to give us birth through the word of truth. So then when I say to you, right? So then when I say to you, you are to align your life with that word. When I say that you are to study that word, when I say that you are to apply that word, I say that because there's life inside of that word. Where is there life? There's life in that word. Understand me. There's a brand new life, a life that some of us have yet to experience because we haven't crossed that part of that word. But the more that we dissect that word, get into that word, apply that word, the more that our life seems to change, to evolve, to heal and develop. How does it make you feel to know that you still unlocking doors in your life, that there's still new dimensions that you haven't yet discovered in your life, that every day, as long as you are in alliance with the Most High and it's that there's a new level. I don't know about you, but it motivates me. I don't know about you, but strangely for me, it motivates me and it empowers me, right? It makes me thirsty and hungry for more because I'm constantly trying to see, cook, this is just how I feel. I just be feeling like, man, if you mean to tell me that I got life out there that's just waiting on me to reach that level, it makes me hungry. It makes me thirsty. It makes me passionate for more because I want to see what else you got for me. I want to see what else you're going to do in my life. I want to see how far I can really go. I want to see what generational curses I can can really break. I want to see the limits that everybody told me that I could not live on. I want to know what it's like to live on those levels, to experience that type of love, to have these things in my life that I never thought. It makes me hungry. It makes me thirsty. It makes me passionate. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I wake up and I gotta have it. It changes the way that you wake up in the morning. It changes the way that you see life. It changes your passion for life. Understand me? It changes the way you see life. You don't even see this world the way that you used to see it. It changed the passion that you have for life. You used to be one of those people that hate waking up in the morning. I can't stand getting up. Now all of a sudden you eager to wake up in the morning. You become a morning person. You want to be outside before the birds start chirping. Understand me? You want to see the sun come up from behind the trees. All of a sudden, the cricket sound used to aggravate you. I can't stand all them crickets that's going on out there. Now you go out there and sit on your patio, right? You sit out there and you got your coffee, and all you want to do is hear the crickets. You want to hear the crickets. Why? Because it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. There's the simplest things, smallest things in life that used to irritate you, that used to get on your nerves. Understand me? All of a sudden, you become fascinated by God and his creations. You're like, oh my God, what is this? Oh man, y'all look at this tree. It's just started blooming again. Everybody like, why are you so excited about this tree? Because y'all remember it wasn't nothing on there, and then all of a sudden, look at all the colors. They got red, they got brown, they yellow. Oh my God, it's an ombre. So, but you seeing it different now. And when you see it now, it amazes you. Just with how creative and how detailed God really is with his creation. Like, you know how detailed you gotta be? Like, you really took the time to paint that leaf like that? You really took the time. Hold on, it says mood and food. I appreciate your CA. Thank you so much. You mean to tell me that you really took your time to create every animal and give them different survival parts on their body? The fish really have the ability to swim and breathe underwater. Understand me? Like, you know, some animals are versatile and they can live on land and live in water. You mean to tell me that you strategically aligned all of this? You become blown away. You become blown away when you're like, oh my God. Just what it is that he does in your life, right? He said he chooses to give us, he gives life through that word. Through that life, right through that word is what we give life every single day. He says, 19 says, my dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Because anger does not produce righteousness that God desires. Therefore, get rid of the moral filth and the evil that is so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you. It's life in that word. It's saving grace inside of that word. He's like, hey, look, that he lets us know right there in verse 21, for those of you who thought that it wasn't you wasn't good enough and all of that, I'm gonna read that for you real quick, and I hope it hit you in your spirit the way it hit me. It says, therefore get rid of all moral filth and evil that is prevalent, so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you. You might want to highlight that planted in you, because that was him saying, I planted that word, that seed is inside of each and every one of you. I planted that word, that seed in each and every one of you. And it doesn't matter the type of life that you've lived. It doesn't matter what it is that you've gone through. It doesn't matter what experience that you've had. It doesn't matter how, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm speaking to your spirit when I say that it doesn't matter. This is not for your ears. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Stop lying to yourself. Stop putting yourself down. Stop saying that you're not good enough. Stop saying that you're not worthy. Stop saying that it's not for you. It doesn't matter. That word is planted inside of you. Not because Coach said it, but because that's what the scripture said. And we cannot remove what's in the scripture. It did not say you had to be a certain color. It did not say that you had to come from a certain background. It did not say that you had to have a certain amount of money inside of your bank. It did not say that you had to have a level of support or appreciation or validation from certain groups who are in crowds at all. It did not say that. What it said was clear as day. Humbly accept the word planted in you. This ain't got nothing to do with where you from. This has nothing to do with what your circumstances were. It said the word that was planted in you. He let us know that I'm inside of each and every one of you. I'm there, but the only way that I'm going to be activated is if you nurture it, if you water it, if you take care of it. Then you are going to experience what he called. He said it'll save you. Do you know how that feels to fully understand what I just said to you? Sit still for a second. Sit still for a second. Verse 21. Therefore get rid of all moral filth and evil that is so prevalent, and humbly accept the word planted in you, which can save you. Since 2017, my first viral video on Facebook, I have been telling y'all the same thing. That what you need is in you. That what you need is in you. And you have to activate it. If you've been with me for a while, you can attest, you can confirm, you will, that's what I've been saying to you for years. Since 2017 is 2025. And on today, June 16th, 2025, here's the scripture to confirm what I've been telling you since 2017. Can save you. What's in you can save you. I can't get in you. Grandmama, great granny, all these people can't get in you. Only you can get in you. The power to save you is inside of you. How are you walking around defeated when you have in you what you need to save you? That's why I say be still for a minute. Hear what I'm saying. You want to save you? Save you. If you want to save you, you can, in fact, save you. And this is not something that somebody can do for you. This thing is inside of you. It's an inside job. You have to want it for yourself. You have to actively put it into practice yourself. You have to exercise it yourself. You have to activate it yourself. It says, the word planted in you, which can save you. Simple. Simple. And we skip past it. So simple. You have the power and the authority to save yourself. Save you. Save you. Having the power and the authority to save yourself, but then walking around defeated, that's a choice. That's like sitting on an island, stranded, and a boat come, throw out the canoe, tell you to hop on to the canoe. They're gonna pull you close to the boat and pull you over inside and take you to safety. But instead you decide, I'm gonna sit out here on the island. God is gonna save me. When the boat just came, sent the canoe, had the rope, prepared to take you to shore. But because it didn't look like how you wanted to look, you had your mind made up that God gonna come from the sky and he gonna do it himself. Instead of acknowledging the fact that he touched the heart of somebody to go in that direction in which you were stranded, see you out there and started to perform assistance to you to bring you to safety. You withered by choice. "22 said, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourself. Do what it says." Verse 22 says, don't just listen to the word. Don't just listen to the word and then deceive yourself. He says, you have to do what the word say. Don't just take it all in and then don't apply it. Don't take it all in and don't do nothing with it. That's useless. He says, apply that word. Don't just hear it, do it. Don't just be a hearer, be a doer. Be active in it. This is what we have to do. We are currently in the transition from the second quarter to the third quarter of this year. We about to be in July. This year is halfway gone. It's time to tap in. Pull out your vision boards. See where you are. See what you got to accomplish. See what you need to work on. And get serious. This is not just about listening. This is about doing. Do not feel bad from walking away, from detaching yourself from anything and anybody that's not servicing your higher self. Be mindful of how emotional manipulation works. And be careful not to be the one with the blame game. You have to take full accountability for your life and how you've participated in your demise, how you've participated in your suffering. See, what was your contribution? What is some things that I could have did different? What are some ways that I could have shown up different? Because all of those things are going to matter. How you end this year is going to be all left up to you. Sink or swim. You're either going to hop on the boat or you're going to perish on that little island. But it's going to be however you want to go about it. God is a God that gives us choices. Choose wisely. Every single day that you wake up and you put 10 toes to the ground, I want you to sweat yourself. Tell yourself how beautiful you are and how much you love you. Because there's no love like self-love. And you first have got to love yourself way before you're able to love anybody else. It is your favorite online motivational speaker and life coach. It's your girl, Street Poet. I absolutely love each and every one of you guys. And to everybody that is celebrating Candace Bash, especially my girl, congratulations on your sobriety. And everybody else that is right now actively, who are actively on their sobriety journey. Coach just want to send special prayers out to you. I want to tell you guys that I love you, that I'm definitely praying for you, that I'm definitely in your corner. And just know, over here with Street Poet, your favorite online motivational speaker, life coach, and evangelist, and the chosen family, on behalf of us, we welcome you here. There's no judgment here. It's nothing but love. We ain't got nothing but love and a whole lot of word for you. So if you need a place that you want to be, where you can be your true authentic self, where you can celebrate life, if you need that love and that supportive group of people around you to keep you on task, come on. Come on, you're welcome. Come on in. Our door is wide open to you. And we're here to support you in any kind of way that we can. Absolutely right. Any kind of way that we can. On behalf of me and my family, we welcome you with open arms. Okay, 90 days sober, let's get it. Let's get it. Wait a minute. Y'all doing it over here. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get to it. Yeah, let's get to it. That's what that's a big deal right there. That's a big deal. I'm super, super proud of you guys, and I want you guys to continue to be great, continue to be amazing. She said, I got 8 years. Keep going. Keep going. You guys have an amazing day. I love y'all, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning.